Now let's go over Bitcoin. I just did a previous video before this one was a basic trading video on channels and trend lines. You can watch that. I did these two videos are probably going to upload around the same day or the same day. So Bitcoin, we had a pullback last night. I said we would get pullbacks between 15 and 25%. What is our pullback? We had one here, there, 20% from the top to the high, about 20.5%. Was that buy the dip? I like to see these areas get retested with the opposite color. A red 9. I mean a red 1. To kind of retest these support areas to really find some buyers come in, support price. We go higher. If it falls through on the second breakdown, then we'll maybe get these lower levels. But we did get the 15 to 25% drop that I said we would get, and that would have been a buy the dip. I also said that you could have set a buy at the SAR, the stop and reversal point. That would have been your first one. That before the day ended would have been 28.7. So you would have put it at 28.7 for a buy. You would have got it. Price went as low as 27.67. If you would have entered at 28.7, you would have set a buy there. You would have been in the money quickly. Price shot up. You'd be 12% up already, all within a day. So sometimes it's important to set your buys, but for us to get another breakout, it would have to break this stop and reversal point. Our hourly 30 MA strategy is pointing us. So these moving averages are 3, 8, and 30. There's a trading strategy that I use that's much longer term to enter trades. I'll go over that one day. I can go over it now real quickly. So 3 goes, the way you enter these is 15%, 25%, and then 75% of your allocation. Once all these lines start to cross each other, the orange goes over the blue. It's 15%. I wait for a weekly close above the prior week. So I would have entered here, 15% allocation of your long-term investment. The orange goes over the pink. That's another 10%, so for a total of 25%. And then here you get you don't get a weekly close. So you could wait for the weekly close. I wait for a daily or 4-hour close above the prior week's high. You would have got it here, but it's on a 9, so I wouldn't have entered it. But I would have still held my position. And then you would have entered here. Prior week high break. Orange above the blue, blue above the pink, 100% go in. You allocate out the same way if you're exiting. Let me show this on gold. I know we're going over Bitcoin, but let me show this on gold. It's a much better example on gold. Let me get rid of this too. Okay, let's go back to this market. Right here. Let's just start from here. Say I didn't do all this other stuff. I would have entered 100% here. And I'm writing this out. I take some profits once my orange closes below my my blue, but a weekly close below the prior week low. That didn't happen until here, so you would have taken a profit here. You would have re-entered the next 15% here, exited again here, but not fully out. So you'd have been in and out a couple of times. If you so you would have fully exited. Let me show you the full exit. I really want to go over this. I'm definitely gonna create a video just on this strategy because there's different ways to trade this. It's been the way I learned it was presented differently than the way I use it, and the way you use it, if you end up doing this, could also be potentially different the way you exit, because if you exit, you lose a lot of your return because you have to wait until all of these candles start to, all of these moving averages start to trend down and close. You get prior closes below the previous week's close. So, you would have entered just say 100%. Let's not worry about all this kind of noise here, but you would have entered 100% your position here, and you would have exited your position 100% once you get the blue close below the pink, closing below the prior week low, which would have been right here. So your total return would have been roughly 88% from the time you entered in 2009 all the way till you fully exited in 2012. But ideally, if you know that the market's kind of overheated and overbought, you could exit much sooner. You could use the daily, and you can use the TD sequential and some other things to exit sooner, because let's look at the TD sequential. The TD sequential gave you a 9 here. This is a longer term strategy. At the very minimum, probably 6 months to years, 5 years, 4 or 5 years. This one would have kept you in from 2009 to 2012, May of 2009 to August of 2012. So May, June, July, August. So 3 years and 3 months. And that would have been an 88% return over three years. So this is much longer term strategy. You could do it on Bitcoin too. I'm going to do a video on that maybe eventually on this strategy. There's a person I learned it from. His name's Tyler Jinks. He's passed away now, but it was a strategy that he used for long-term investing, and I liked it, and it works. So you can see on Bitcoin here, it would have got you in multiple times. It would have got you in here back in 2019. Consolidation on the 9, close above the prior week high. You take the trade, you ride it out potentially to the top, 145% from April to June, right? It would have told you to exit fully, right, probably about right here. So 104, so 50%. So that's what I'm saying. The exit is not as easy as the entry on this. There's other things that you have to use to optimize your, to minimize your loss on your return. So you can pick the top as close as possible and not, I'm up, maybe you can get the 145, but yeah, you're up 90%. So I don't have to take, a beating until this thing tells me, it turns and it tells me to get out at 50%. I lose another 40%. So here, you can see it here. Would have told you to be 100% in, right? That was on a 9. You wouldn't have taken it right here, really right here. And then you would be up 250%. 250% from, no, let's just take this price. 220, say 220%. You'd be up 220% since July. So six months, almost 7 months. This is a good strategy. This works. If you don't want to worry about this noise, long term would have told you to get in. You would have got out a little bit here. But for the most part, this is a good moving average 3MA long-term strategy. Like I said, this is going to keep you in your position 6 to 12 months, maybe years before you exit. Back in 2017 on Bitcoin, it would have told you to get in. Man, it would have told you to get in, and you would have made a ton of money. It would have told you to get in right here at $300, and you would have not exited your position until price was, until your return would have been say 2,000%, so 20x on your money, but you would have held from 2015 all the way to 2018. If you would have got the top, it would have told you to enter in 2015. So you don't get the top, so you get this right here. Say you get this. Say 4,000 to 5,000%. So 40 to 50x on your money. It would have told you to enter 100% all the way back in 2015. You would have rode that out for 2 years, made 40 to 50% on your money. This trading strategy, this long-term 3 moving average works on assets, but it takes patience. So maybe I'll go over the exits on that some other time. Right now, hey, it told you to get in here. What's the return on it? So far, it's pretty good. You don't worry about the noise. It would have got you 200% since July. So, but anyway, yeah. So Bitcoin, 15 to 20% drop. This is this is a reversal candle. This is I believe it's a hammer candle. This is a reversal candle, and we are overbought. But we got the 15 to 25% drop. Maybe we consolidate for a couple of weeks. We go higher, but for the most part, we got the drop. We'll see how it goes. We almost got this 9 count here. We're starting to flip back up. I mean, this could be a potential. We got the 9 on the 4-hour drop. This could be an attempt at like a secondary high, and then we go lower. But we get a green number closing above a prior green number above the 9. That means we're going higher. What's the target? That's a totally different story, right? We have these Fibonacci's. This is saying $45. Am I trying to develop a price target right now? Let's look on the daily. What can I do? Let me get rid of these. I mean, long term, we're in a bullish cycle. I would probably use a mirror multiple band for this. Maybe we go and retest this thing again. Maybe we go and retest this the previous high, 35,000 from here. That's what is that? What's the run up on that? 6%. Maybe we get there. Our 1 hour told us to get in. Here, we would have waited a candle. We would be entering here. And then we maybe get to this 9. That's a resistance. So, but long-term price target, I'm not interested really in short-term targets. You're in a bull cycle for Bitcoin. Maybe we get it back here to the 9. That'd be a short-term target right there. So 34,810. Come here, get past it, retest it with a red number, consolidate. Maybe we go lower. That price action hasn't developed yet, so we'd have to watch it. But that's it. That's all I want to say on Bitcoin. 15 to 25% drop. We got it. We'll see what happens here. When we get here, find some resistance. Maybe go a little bit higher. We can look at the RSI. We kind of reset. Look at that, the 6. Sometimes we bottom out on the 6. We bottomed out on the 6. Would have kept on going up. Yep, we're overbought here, but we've been overbought. There's so much exuberance in this market right now. CMF, was there selling? Is there selling? Still trending up with the overall price trend. We do have some decreasing. The indicator is decreasing, while price target is stabilizing. We would rather see that increasing. But I did say in the last video that if we broke, I think it was on the 4-hour. If we broke 0.4, that would indication that we would be going lower. We did right there. We broke it. Now we're back above it. That's bullish, right? We're probably going to hit this 9. We're probably going to go back up to 34,810. Then we see what happens. Let's look at the volume real quick. Let's look at the funny rate. Funny rate is positive. We kind of want that to be negative. but it's still nowhere near. Look at these levels. It's still nowhere near the levels we were in 2017. 0.35. We're at 0.1. So, not much there. Bollinger Bands. We are on the upper part of the Bollinger Band, but we're not out of it. We're testing the top here. But that's it. I really just want to highlight the 15-25% drop. Could get a drop again. Maybe we range. I think we'll consolidate. We range. We could range between the high and this for a couple of days or a couple of weeks and see what happens. So, thanks for watching.